All right, so we know some brand new things about this Leatherman tool, knife, whatever it is. And one of the really big things that Leatherman has let drop is that it will come out July 8th. That will be the big reveal. And they have a countdown timer. If you're part of the Leatherman Insider Club, you probably got an email that talks about this, and it shows a picture that I'll have on the screen of what really looks like a knife. Now, it doesn't look like this, the T or the K series knife, but what it looks like is more of your normal pocket knife, the shape of the blade right there. So for instance, if I would bring over my Charge series knife, it doesn't really look like that. It doesn't look like the Charge right here, but it looks very much more like a standard pocket knife shaped blade. Now, that's not the only thing they dropped. They do have another picture that I'll show on the screen as well. And with this picture, it is a lot more confusing because we see Leatherman, we see what almost looks like a handle, and I don't know. What is this? Now, if we look at this picture where it says Leatherman on the handle, it reminds me a little bit of the Leatherman Charge. Perhaps this is a picture of the new Leatherman Wave, and it has upgraded handles, a little bit more like the Charge, and they're taking the picture from this orientation. I have no clue. I don't know if that's what it is. I don't know if it will have a lot thicker handle, a completely different knife design. No clue exactly what's going on, but it does make you wonder because from what I see of the handle, I don't know that that necessarily looks like a pocket knife handle. Very well could be, but it does give me a tiny bit of hope that it might be a multi-tool or at least a knife with some tools and not just a pocket knife. Now, it seems like Leatherman has established that it will be more of a normal style blade on whatever tool or pocket knife this is. Nothing crazy like some of these weird knives that you can buy on Amazon or AliExpress. It will be more of just your standard knife shape. Perhaps it could be on an exchangeable platform, sort of like their Garage 3 series. I'm not sure, but keep in mind that also this could be very similar to Roxxon's Phantom. So with the Phantom, you have plenty of space to have a large pivot like they showed. And you can also have a full-size knife blade. So that is very possible that Leatherman could perhaps be making even an exchangeable multi-tool, more like the Phantom series where you can exchange the blades. I don't know. I'm just trying to give the best case scenario. That would be pretty exciting if they came up with something for them, very new and different, even though Roxxon has done this already, but that could be very cool. So we'll have to wait and see, but these are some of the things that they have shown us through the pictures, and July 8th is when they say it actually will be revealed. So let's recap on what we have so far. Leatherman announced that huge changes were coming, and they showed what looked like to some people a block of wood, but was actually probably a block of steel or a block of metal of some sort, maybe even titanium, who knows. And then also at the video, at the end of the video that they also dropped, there were pictures of what looked like a pocket knife. And then they released a picture of a very large pivot that looked a lot more like something you would see on a pocket knife than, for instance, something more like this than on a multi-tool. And then recently they dropped the picture of the knife blade shape, what looks like, and then also what looks like to be part of the handle. So that's what we know so far. July 8th, we'll know a lot more. I'm guessing tomorrow we may get another teaser photo, and then a couple days later, perhaps another one. We should know pretty soon exactly more what it is, but at this moment, I'm still guessing a knife, but I'm holding out for perhaps at least a knife with a tool. We'll have to see what Leatherman has in store for us.